All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of On the Brooklyn Tip with your host, Shay Nicole. I have a special guest with me today by the name of Justyn Timez, all the way
Boy,
from
Justyn Timez. I'm
North
from Brooklyn,
Carolina.
actually. I'm from I'm from Brooklyn, actually, but by way of North Carolina for sure.
Okay, my apologies. You got
Nah,
a
you good?
Brooklynite in the UK.
You good?
So I just want you to take a few minutes to, introduce yourself to everyone. Say what's up, how you doing, how you
What's
feeling.
good? Shit, that's what's up. Yo, Austin Times. Um, shit, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Stroud Street. That's Brownsville, but stayed in off Rockaway, so Canarsie Way. I'm also representing Durham, North Carolina, and my the bars, so it's like however you want.
Everyone. So you from Brownsville? Okay, Brownsville, never rain, never will. I feel you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Alrighty, so we just want to
That's
jump
a
right
fact.
into it.
Yeah.
So I wanna dig in a little bit about your influence and the legacy that you're trying to leave, as it pertains to the indie scene. And so my first question to you is, what legacy do you hope your music leaves behind, especially when it pertains to Black creatives?
So I mean, it's kind of easy question. Only because I've asked so many times. I hope to leave a legacy of like just like when people, you know what I'm saying, like in the quest to be the best that you possibly can be. Like I just hope at the end of it, like it's undeniable. Like somebody will put on the music, be like, oh yeah, this man was this. You feel me? Um, and I mean, I kind of go into it every time I do that. I came from like battle rapping. You feel me? So that's always on back of my mind. Like even when I'm doing a song with somebody, oh, I want to have the best verse. You feel me? I want to have the best verse. I want to figure figure out how I can add to the track my energy and bring my creativity to this one. So when we do a clap, you can hear, that's Tom's, or that sound like Tom's. You feel me? Or when we on a and vice versa. I do a track with somebody else. They bring they sauce to my, you know what I'm saying, to my flavor, and then it's like, yeah, I like what y'all did there. So it's always about that individuality, and that's kind of what I preach, kind of what I go into whenever I'm doing the music. Like you do whatever feels good to you. Somebody gonna like it. You feel me? It's mad out here doing mad stuff, and my little nieces and nephews, they like all types of weird stuff. So it's gonna be an avenue somewhere for anybody. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta not be scared to go ahead and put yourself out there. Like, feel me?
Okay, okay, I respect it. I respect it. So, are there any unexpected influences that showed in your work? Anyone that you feel in your life that kind of pushed you in the route to pursue music?
Yeah. So my uncle, I just came out this way for for his funeral. He just passed. Was a
Well,
big influence on my. Thank you, Fab. It was, my Uncle Bird. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Uncle Bird. It was big influence on me making music because that's the first person that kind of took. You know what I'm saying? Like took a liking to stuff that I was doing. Like, yo, nephew, you nice. I mean, I just did a, a like impromptu video. I was rapping. It was like the last video I did, and coincidentally, the last video he was in. You know, I was sitting on the porch and we were just rapping. Um, and just to go back and look at it, given the circumstance, it definitely did me forward because I remember coming up to him with, music that wasn't as good. And what I'm saying, when you first started, and he like, yo, I grew up with and I want to get your music out to such and such, and so you always had that in the back of your head, and of course you got industry influences as well that like make you be like, yo, I want to do this. Like, no funny. Like I said, I grew up here, so I remember the summers with the with the hydrant. You open the hydrant, the water come out. You feel me? All the kids running through the water. But you also get that Ja Rule playing. You know what I'm saying? That was like the soundtrack for the summer while growing up. All the Ja Rule music. So that's kind of what made me want to get into music and begin with. Just that whole feel.
Okay. All right. Um, so let's talk. Let's dig into. Let's dig more into your background, your faith, your purpose. So, um, how does your faith, if you are a believer, how does your faith show up in your music? Is it subtle? Is it bold? Is it somewhere in between?
I
Like
want
your
to say
moral.
it, it's the morality of it. I think it definitely showed through the music. You feel me? And because I remember times where not it's just positive. You feel me? Like you speak to like a crowd that's not there. You know what I'm saying? So just having that faith to push me through whenever I didn't feel like I was even going to be doing this, or even at times when I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like uh you know what I'm saying? I could always think back to even words that my grandma told me we in church when she think I'm not listening. You know, it all that stuff bring back, and I kind of want to push that. Like I wouldn't say I do. I don't do gospel music. You feel me? But like, yeah, then you can't help but have those overcoming stories in your raps, and coming coming from a place where you don't have it to now get into a place where doors is open. You can't help but get thanks. So it's always 100%.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Shout out to grandma. You know.
Oh God.
um, if your music could be a healing balm for one group of people, who would it be?
Repeat the question. I apologize. I didn't quite hear the question.
Sure, no problem. If your music could be a healing balm for one group of people, who would it be?
For one group of people, I would say like I can't. That's all. I never asked you to ask that question. I would say like, it's for people like me. You feel me? Like uh, because I make music for me first, and then it go external. You feel me? So if once I'm comfortable with it, I put it out there, and then it touch random people. You feel me? Like somebody that's not afraid to be yourself in any circumstance. It's music like that. It's for you. So it's not music where you gotta pretend to be the hardest, the hardest man out here. You don't gotta pretend to be the baddest shorty out here. Sometimes it's music just to feel good. It's something that feel good, and I feel like we don't got that no more. We got a bunch of other stuff, but we don't have music that feel good no more. That you just play when when you in a good mood, or to lift you into a good mood when you down. We don't have music like that no more. We got a bunch of other music that keep you in that down position, or make you feel this way when you already hype. But we don't have something that keep you in a steady happiness. So I feel like it's for people who want to be happy.
Uh, So it's something that you just said, and I want to dig a little bit deeper in that. You said, I make music for people like me. So how would you describe yourself to a stranger that's never heard of you or your music, how would you describe yourself? Who is Justyn Timez?
Mm. Who is Justin Times? I would say Justin Times is a man of many faces because we live out many different equations in life. You know, we not always on a upbeat. Sometimes sometimes you on a beat where you gotta go to work, but you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But you go anyway. You know
Right.
that feeling. Sometimes you in a sometimes you just got out of a situation and you so I feel like to people who don't know who Justin Times is, Justin Times is a rapper. He's a melodic artist. He's a weirdo. He's a nerd. He's a cool guy. He's a suave dude. You know, he's for the shorties. He can make music for the streets. You feel me? He's who like he a Swiss Army knife. You feel me? That's the best way I could put it. A Swiss Army knife because I grew up around a bunch of stuff, and for a long time I would incorporate one thing, incorporate another thing. You know what I'm saying? Without putting the whole ingredients together. Like, oh yeah, I sit down and I might I might binge a whole anime. I might binge a whole anime show, and another one, or I might just be sitting down and talk comics with my and I'm talking about the real comics, the book comics. You feel me? With my mans in them because that's something that I used to do with my pops. You know what I'm saying? So when you take all of that and you bring it into yourself, that's when you become, oh yeah, that's a cool person. And that's when I think of a cool person, it's a person that he cool like without trying. It's just stuff that he do that make him him. So if I had to introduce myself to somebody, I would say it's a real universal dope person. You know, he do his own thing, um, real out of the box, uncharacteristic. Like you see, I got the two weird, you know what I'm saying? Just the hangings. You feel me? So uncharacteristic, but likable.
Okay. 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 So growing up, because you're from Brooklyn, right? And you're in
Correct.
North Carolina now. I got it right. You grew up in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, but you moved to
Correct.
North Carolina.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So
Correct.
growing up in Durham, what sounds or stories um shaped your love for music?
Boy. Hey, first I will say that it's a culture shock coming from being being like in a Beijing community in Brooklyn to being down south. Like I think the first thing that I was introduced to was like Juvenile and Soldier Boy and going to the parties and being just like looking around because you don't know what to you go to the parties here, you going to hear some reggae, you going to hear some dance hall, you don't hear none of that until it's time to go home. Like they turn lights on and play one or two songs, but you'll hear like a bunch of like deep south music, and I fell in love with the trumpet because I got there and I seen band life, which is total different from band life up here. It's like a whole scene and feel like so I started playing instruments. That's what really got me into the different sounds that they have in to offer in North Carolina. I started listening to Lil Wayne and Manny Fresh and Gucci, and it's just like you started thinking about the ways that we are different from this coast. Because growing up, it wasn't like you had to be here to hear stuff from there. Like, couldn't be in New York and hear some North Carolina music unless you had a cousin or an uncle that came back and brought that music. So like just going there and hearing that stuff and like for the first time and just being immersed in the and just the whole scene, the football scene and just how big they are with sports and just different stuff out there really put me and grounded me to make like, oh, this is dope. You feel me? Like this is dope. This something. It's like a different. Then I went to a HBCU, so like that was different. You feel me? That was crazy in
HBCU.
itself. Shout out to Fayetteville State. shout out to Fayetteville State University. So that was different in itself, and that's a whole nother bunch of flavor that like it's its own like bubble of flavor that you get music, and then you getting music from this. I had a boy from New Orleans. He used to spit it real nice, but it's like you get a different sound of like how they doing stuff, and you want to put all that together in a melting pot. So then you get influence from other places, and now you're oh that was nice. If I do a rhythm like that, I might what I'm saying. I could do something with this. I'm saying like so now you throwing you giving them what you got. They get feedback. They giving you what they got. You feel me? We mixing it. We making something beautiful. You feel me? So I think that's really what kind of shaped me being in the South.
Do you feel when it okay, so when you think of your music and your sound, do you feel
Hmm.
that there's a perfect harmony between the culture that you grew up around in Brooklyn and the culture in North Carolina? Do you think it's like a perfect balance?
I would say sometimes, cause like it's like, boom. I'm a I'm a Brooklynite. You feel me? I'm from Brooklyn, so like, but I also be on that bullshit because I'm from Durham. You feel me? Like, so it's like I like, yeah, the vernacular, the way that I it come across is still Brooklyn, but the flavor, the stories, the experiences is North Carolina. Like it is like because that's where I became a man. You feel me? Like so I understand things different through that lens. It's a little different than experiencing it here. When I tap back into like sounds from here, it's more reminiscent and nostalgic sounds or coming back to something. But when I tap into sounds from Durham and North Carolina, it's more current because it's what's driving me right now. You know what I'm saying? So I would say it's a balance, but I would say it's more of a southern flavor. It's a New York take on a southern classic. I would say they don't like that. You feel they definitely don't like that. They be like, oh, go home. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But I love the South, and I feel like we experience the South as people from New York. We experience the South different. We never really immerse ourselves completely in wherever we are. We always bring New York to where we are. So that's why I would say,
Absolutely. I tell everybody anytime I travel, I'm Brooklyn all day. You
yeah,
always see that.
can't change
You're
that.
gonna hear Brooklyn come out. And there's nothing wrong with that. I agree.
Mm.
Even being in the South, it's good to uh showcase that part of yourself because for the people that actually grew up down south, right? They were born and raised down south, right? All they know is
Hmm.
the country, right? And then here they
Correct.
see the New Yorker, you know, where we grew up in the concrete jungle. Like our perspectives is much different. So I think it's
Yep.
always a take, to be able to bring your perspectives to a new state and to show them, how it
It,
is.
it, exactly. Exactly.
I definitely, I feel you. I get it, 100%.
Yeah.
Um,
Come on, son. That's how it be. But it's all love though. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's all love. We,
I
I,
feel
Durham blessed me. They brought me in. You feel me? And it's some. Hey, it's it's a lot more New York people out there than you know what I'm saying than credit. Like
you.
it's matter with what you know what I'm saying. It's all love. We all come, especially in the music scene out there. Like the music scene out there is really really diverse. You got all types of sounds, all types of genres blending, and they really do a good job at putting shows together and uh, showcasing the indie talent and getting them exposure. They do a really good job out there with that. Um, and really giving you a place where you can bring your New York, your New York swagger to they southern banquets. You feel me? They give you a place where you could come out there. Like I said, I came from battle rap. I started battle rapping out there, um, which I they got a big scene, both indie and mainstream out there. Battle rap, um, where they and it's some real talent. It's some real talent. It's some cutthroat. It's some cutthroat guys out there that really wanna. You feel me? Um, so I just wanted to highlight that as far as like North Carolina, they doing their thing. The South in general, but I'm in North Carolina, so I definitely want to give a shout out to North Carolina doing their thing.
Mhm. Okay. So, what's something about Durham that still lives in your music even now?
Um, Durham, the thing of the thing about Durham is the people. You feel me? The stories, the people that I met, like that's what still lives in my music because it's like from my like all my homies, like whether they went somewhere, came back, we all come back to Durham. You feel me? Like, and just that feeling of like being a coming from like a child to like a young adult in an area that I always hold that with me. That bullshitty pride. You feel me? Uh, Coming from Hillside, South side of Durham, everybody knows about it. You feel me? Like that's what that's what I bring with me. You know what I'm saying? That flair. If you from there, you will understand. Like it's cool with Southern and all that other stuff. It's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you came from Hillside, like you understand. You feel me? You understand. From my man, shout out my man's EJ. You feel me? Shout out my boy P5. If it's a bunch of people out there that really represent that Durham culture, and I kind of I was blessed to be a part of that. So I put that on my shoulder whenever I'm making my music as well. You feel me? Like I represent Durham firsthand.
How do you, as an artist, how do you balance your vulnerability and storytelling in your lyrics?
Um, it's really I would say it's a fine line that you walk between wanting to wanting to showcase your talent and then also wanting to make a good song. You also want to tell a finite story. I tell some of my mans, I'd be like, yo, if you at this stage and you still trying to convince somebody that you can rap well, you've done something wrong. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be convincing them that we could rap in this as of right now. You know what I'm saying? By now, we should be already on to telling them stuff about us, bringing them into our story, and bringing it into a way where it reach a lot more ears than just the rap centric. You know what I'm saying? Ears, the people who only want to that only listen to rap all the time. It's a broader marketplace and a broader like demographic out there than just what we see in our hometown, you know what I'm saying, and what we see in our backyard, you know what I'm saying. So if we can find a way to blend that with what we're already doing, it'll reach more people. You don't have like so that's really why I took them a lot like a lot of my singles is like they have a lot of melody in it because I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with my brother singing and he's singing well, you know what I'm saying? So I add those elements because those that's what's important to me, but it also provides less of a strain on the ear of somebody who is not somebody who always listens to rap. You know, I think about it like this: like when I was growing up, uh, one of my teachers told me you want to do everything as an elevator pitch. So can you get them on board before they get off they stop? So how can I, when I make a song, how can I get them on board before they get off they stop? Whether that's 30 seconds in, whether that's a minute in or a minute 30. How can I keep their attention to the next part? And a lot of times I might have to take away lyricism in this part to put another element that might capture them for longer before we go back into the lyricism in the next part. So it's all about finding that dancing with that line and finding stuff that may attract other people that might not be at, like, you might not think, okay, this is something that I would normally do. That's how I started singing on the track to begin with, because I never used to. I just used to rap. But then just hearing my brother sings super well, and just hearing just the way that when I play the music in a focus group for other people, and you could kind of see the women get on their phone, you know what I'm saying, scroll a little bit. It's a difference between when you play a single that's not so hard on the ears, and by the time we get to the hook, they back to they know the hook. They not singing with the hook, but they still digested the verse, you know. So they still digested the story, but you give it to them in a way where you're not forcing the sandwich down their throat. You know, you giving it to them in bites where they can, oh yeah, I like this, and then by the time they ready to listen to your more lyrical prowess songs and your raps because they interested in what you got to say. So that's how I kind of do it.
Okay. So you mentioned um, how church kind of inspired the melody and the sound, and that brings me to my next question on what your process is when it comes to songwriting, making music, laying down the beats, coming up with the hook. Do you write from the melody, the mood, or the message first?
Mm. So I try to write for the word. Like I'll give my producer, I'll be like, all right, make me a beat, and then he'll title it something crazy, like tidal wave or like kingdom come or something like that. Now right there, that's the first theme that I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna try to go with something like that. um that's really how we built the like whole Poseidon moniker that I go with in a lot of my raps, because one of his beats was made like tidal wave or something, and I did a Poseidon reference, and I just kept doing that. It's been years now, I just keep doing it. So it's like it built this repertoire. So like I tried to like go off like the way that the beat feel plus the like the title of it, and then I like, not even gonna lie, the first song always trash. You feel me? The first song I make to the beat always trash. Uh, it's just a place marker. So then I hear it maybe a month later, the beat by itself. Oh, okay. And now that's when it developed into like some type of feel, and it started as a melody. Now I can't get it out my head. I'm in the shower. Oh, no, no, no. This is cool. Okay. And then now by the end of the week, I'm putting words to it. I'm like, now the hook is there. Now once the hook is there, now I just gotta rap. Rapping part is easy. You know, we just gotta rap. We gotta make the hook is what's going to sound good. We gotta make the rap sound good around the hook. So now we got the whole song, and we do that. Or the opposite, where it be like something that I've written already, like I've been writing without any melody or any beat or anything, and then I'm searching to put it to something because I want to actually get this message out. You know, those like songs where you got like a heartfelt message, or you want to you putting a little slide jabs that you want to say something to somebody. Those are songs that's not really made on a particular beat. I wrote that, and now I'm trying to find the feel to match the feel that I'm giving on the song. So it's like two ways that I go about doing it.
Got you. So for you, what is a recent track or project that felt like a spiritual release to you?
I didn't hear the last part of the sentence. I apologize.
Seriously, what's a recent track or project that felt like a spiritual release to you? It was just
Hmm.
like healing to the soul.
Like one of my joints, or just like
One of your,
um
one of your tracks.
uh Jude. All right, so Cats Out the Bag. is I would say Cats Out the Bag is it was a relief to me. It was a relief because it was a bunch of songs that like I've been sitting on like I've been sitting on because I'm like they not ready. This song not ready. It's not ready. It's and I'm like okay. One thing that I do is like I'm guilty of hoarding. Like I will hoard thousands of songs that I make and like in a vault. You feel me? I just put it there and I listen to it and I listen to it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll enjoy it because, especially like some songs not coming out the vault because it's like a therapy to me. Like I made it to like as a way to release some type of sadness or pain that I was going through. But other songs, it's just cause like I've got like I'm a perfectionist and I'd be like, yo, this is I is not ready, and this is I don't want to give it to people with it like that. And so one thing that I did as a way to make sure I can't do that is put out an album with the best songs that I've done that I've been holding and just throw it out there. So it's not like you're not gonna be able to get lazy 2 months later and be like, oh, I got this in the vault or that in the vault. Nah, now you gotta work. You feel me? So like I always work well with like the fire to the ass. You know what I'm saying? So where like the pressure is the pressure is now. Uh with the label, I was always 3, 4 songs ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 3, 4 songs in a but now it's like, okay, let me let me make myself feel the urgency because I wanna feel something again with music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get to a point where you get so good that it becomes formulaic that you're doing something like I know how to do this. I'm just like you putting on your shoes. You don't like it's very rare that you get that urgency and that feeling again that oh yeah, I gotta go put something out. I gotta make something happen. I gotta and music is one of those special cases where it's nothing and it becomes something. You know what I'm saying? Like and you could take solace in I made this. You know what I'm saying? The same way that like when a carpenter makes something with their hands or something like I made this, like this, I did this, and I can do it again. But also that's a double edged sword because you feel like you could do it again, so you wait, you take your time, you feel me? Like but like I said, I get to the point where like I that album was really one especially it was special to me because it's a lot of songs that I just was not gonna put out because I was in a part of my life where I was like, I'm going through something. These are songs that's like songs of healing. I don't want to, but they fire. So they like, yo, put them Johns out. Like, and now you don't got the fire behind you. So now you got to make fire. You feel me? Like, and it's like, okay, let's start again. Cause now you get to feel like now you get to feel like okay, because I let my man shout out my man's Leo Legend. He always put in some, you know what I'm saying. He working. You know, I grew up with Leo, so he working. So like he'll come to me and he'd be like, "Yo, check this out." You know, 3, 4 songs. And I'm like, I ain't got nothing to play back. You feel me? I don't got, you know, he done heard the ones that I done. Okay, so now I got to get in a booth. You feel me? So now I get in a booth and I make something. So now when he come like, yo, nah, check this out. What you think of it? Oh, nah, you wildin'. So now you get that feel like, okay, I want to make some music because my man's making good music. He expecting next time he come, he show me something. I got some good music to show. So like now, yeah, it's like yeah, we back. You feel me? Is that's that feeling? So that's I would say like that was the turning point. That album itself, Casting Out the Bag, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, uh, it's on YouTube Music. Check it out. It's a good album to listen to. Um, I my opinion is a straight through. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be biased and say that it's a straight through. You feel me? I'm gonna be biased and say it's a straight through. You know, I'll be like it's fun for the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Like you play it on the car ride. You know, hey. You know, age appropriate family, you know, 16, 17. You play it on the car ride. Y'all like it.
So earlier, in the interview, we talked about how church kind of inspired your sound as well. So is church something that you still attend sometimes? Is it from time to time, or is it something that you're very much still active in?
So like as a most I would say as a most people like but this is just my personal story. Um I was a big questioner, you know what I'm saying? Growing up. I then wouldn't take just anybody's answer for anything. But really, the turning point of church for me came when my mom, when she first moved to North Carolina, it was a lady that took her in. You know what I'm saying? Made sure she was good. Miss, you know what I'm saying? Miss Mary, she took her in and made sure that everything was straight. So to me, Grandma McDuffie was she was my grandma. You know what I'm saying? So when she kind of and she always made sure we was in church, uh, every Sunday at 7 o'clock in the morning, um, for Bible study and both services, 8 o'clock and the 10:45, which geez, you feel me? But and I was a part. I was in the choir. I was an acolyte, so I was one of the young boys that would like light the candles and then put them out at the end. But when she passed, it kind of like to me like it was like the purpose of going and stuff like that kind of went away. The messages and stuff I still keep with me. I still credit her to teaching me Black history because as a Asian American, I didn't really know too much about African American history until like especially Southern African American history till I got with her and she had a book that anytime I got suspended or in trouble at school, which was a lot of times, I would have to read this book and then like she would ask me questions and I couldn't lie about it because she lived it. You know what I'm saying? Like she lived the history. So she asking me questions and I'm like, I gotta actually read it. But then I started really liking it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, this is dope. Like you got Jesse Owens and all these other, you know what I'm saying, all these other people. I'm like, yo, this is Ray McLeod Bethune. I'm like, yo, this is dope. And she telling me personal stories about a lot of stuff, and that's really how I learned the history of Durham. And she was telling me like, no, this Fayetteville Street was black businesses all down this Fayetteville Street. You know what I'm saying? And telling me how they destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of take the black people off this side and kind of yo, it was. So I really got into the history of Durham through this lady. So I, you know what I'm saying, that I would say like even though church kind of left. I still try to instill like I got a daughter now. I still try to instill those like I encourage her to go to church. Because I kind of want to get those stories, those messages, and those good beliefs into her. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm not physically in the building all the time, like I might go on a Easter, I might go. My manager, her mom is like a pastor, so sometimes she go to a church and she'll give a sermon and then I'll go to that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not opposed to it. It's just a lot of times I find myself not in it anymore. You feel me? Because I don't have a church of my own, and it's been such a long time since I thought of a church of that like in that way.
Okay, all right. So now it's time for my favorite part of the interview. So um, it's funny that you mentioned Leo Legend because I had did an interview with him. Unfortunately, we had to redo the interview, but the original interview we were talking about making rappers rap again. And when he said that, I came up with the idea that every time I interview an artist, we're gonna make them rap again. You know?
Oh,
So
okay.
at this time, if you're not too nervous or anything like that, I would like for you to give our viewers a little taste of what it is that you do. Can you spit a quick couple of bars, a quick 16,
I just
something?
wrote I just wrote something. I and cause look, a lot of people be like, oh, let me let
It, it just froze.
yeah, I just wrote something. I'm about to check it out. I'm gonna spit that. But let me get the optics right. So I'm gonna get the make sure I got the lyrics. So I'm not gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying? I just wrote it. Uh oh, I'm still here. My bad. Yeah, the video because when I went to the when I was going to my notepad, then I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about to send my notes to my manager so I have the lyrics and I'm gonna rap it for you. You feel me? Like I said, I ain't gonna bullshit you and be like, oh, this some freestyle and then mess up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the full joint. So give me a second. I do apologize. Let me
No
get that.
problem. It's all.
I just sent that. I just sent that to you. Put that in the notes and then let me get the phone. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, I had just wrote this shit called Mona Lisa. Uh, yeah, and it's a rap too, so that was just perfect. I said, look, Mona Lisa features, bro, the smile perfect, the style working, the crown surface, out the water, I'm crowd surfing, should I stayed away? I'm not into the clout worship, now it's Beta Ray. The horseman gotta ride again. I bought the scythe out, don't try to slide out on the deck. Like, look at all the shit you can find out on the net. Like, Brody been the shit, you better watch where you step. I heard them bands make a dance, well, it's a lot on your head top. A grand slam, bam, bam, I make her bedrock. Little man think his mama in there doing headlocks. Look, this how the game goes. The game grows. I paint like Van Gogh. There's places they can't go. I'm bearing fruits, nigga. See it wherever man go. Drop my balls on you bitch ass niggas. They hang low. I'm going hard. Niggas came too far but can't close. On guard. What's Poseidon to y'all if he can't flow? Look. Mm. Okay, everything you niggas said you did, and then we found out that you didn't. Shit was crazy, huh? Look, but let me guess, that shit was rigged, and you really on your shit, and it's not because you lazy. Shit, I make you look wavy. I beat the beat up. I feel like Mike Will Mavit. Shao Kahn laugh. Y'all crop copy paste, but y'all not get away. This is not GTA. You catch a shot like wasted. Bag the bones, let it rot in my basement. Can't chop it up until I got a Tesla like David. I got it out the mud. Black scatty, back rims, sitting on dubs, got it fucking up the pavement. And y'all think shit a game. Well, I dropped that red rose for the pain. And you can see that white ceiling in the rain. Yeah. All right. Look. Okay, back to these rapping niggas who want to be active. I couldn't wait for you capping niggas. Time to rehash it. I give no room for reaction, nigga. I make you make a move like action figure. Calling out can make you take a knee if I cap a nigga. Look, okay, how you niggas feel like you was ready because you heard Poseidon really on the singing shit? Yeah, but let me guess, you niggas got some shit to get it off your chest. Get it out, you'll do your thing and shit. But when it's my turn, it's bright burn. Shit, you might learn the right words. I put your shorty on the side first, but I might curve the night urge. The way I shine in the night, this shit is light work. My energy, the enemy, get a slight surge. My enemy, prepare yourself, cause shit get tight worse. And death go with time. Show firm in a nice hearse. Yo, gamble with your life worse. You gotta roll or die. Mm. Look, who gave the impression that a nigga wasn't spitting because I lost it or I missed a step? I bet you see the reasons why, but you don't get it yet. Poseidon drippy, get the bitches wet, they get a bigger check. Look, and if you niggas started dissing, you gave this shit a listen, simmer down, because we ain't finished yet. The teeth out, it's a beast out. For the dinner, nigga, keep out. I leave them shell shocked, master splinter. But yeah, I was some shot I wrote, 2 days ago? So, yeah. That shit gonna come out on a beat. My man's RTB. It's a Polish guy actually. I met this dude on YouTube like 2 or 3 years ago. I ain't gonna lie. You know how they be having the like Drake type beats or some type beat. I found a type beat one time. I'm like, yo, this is fire. So then I tagged the dude and we messaged back and forth. And I was like, yo, I really like your sound. He was like, yo, I will take my information, got his information, and I've been making songs with RTB for a minute. Like he do a lot of good, like I said, Polish white dude, I think like 26, but he make a like he got a good grasp on like samples and like hip hop beats and like melodies. So that's gonna be on the new album. It's called Mona Lisa Cut. The album got a lot of like catchy tunes on it, but really that song inspiration is like I said, I've been making a lot of catchy tunes, and some niggas out in Durham and in North Carolina and where I'm from kind of forgot that like bros really be spitting. So it's like, okay, um, I let me get one or two where I could actually just go ahead and rap straight through, give it to them, and then we get back to the regular stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. I'd say give it a. I'm gonna fine tune it. Like I said, I just wrote it, so we're gonna fine tune it. We're gonna jump in, punch in, get it real right, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. I'll send it to you too. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. But not
And when can we expect that new album to drop?
Um, the next album. I'm working on it now. I got like 7 out of 7. I want to do 10 tracks, so I got 7 out of 10 done. I want to say it's going. I give you a date, and I would say it's definitely going to be like around January 12th, which is my mom's birthday. So I want to get it out before January 12th. So if the last day that you may see it pop up is gonna be January 12th, which means I have it done somewhere by December. You know what I'm saying? Like, but January 12th is the day that I was locking into to put it out. I didn't even tell my manager because she ain't heard a lot of the songs yet. She heard like I be spoon feeding her. You know what I'm saying? Like I give her like 2 songs to stall her out, give her like, cause like this is my understanding. Okay, it's a movie that Rel, the comedian, he like dark skin. Rel, he made a movie where it's not funny at all. It's a movie like, and I expected it to be funny, so I watched it, try and laugh, but I end up learning a valuable lesson. It's a movie where it's like a kind of horror, and he's taken from his job and put into like this like prison because he's a hard worker or something. And basically like they have to push this wheel around a like it's like a wheel around this like little stone tablet thing all day. You feel me? And so one day when he first gets there, he's all like he doesn't understand, but then he starts to get the hang of it. And one day he did 200 revolutions around that rock, and he's like, yeah, he's feeling pumped about himself because he went way over his margin. And then next day the margin that they set for him was like 300. Before it was like 60. So then it was like, nah, they seen that you could do that, so now they pushing you every day to do more. So I'm like, yo, I'll give you 2. I might have 3 or 4 on me, but I'll give you 2. You know what I'm saying? You may think, oh, bro is only capable right now of throwing me 2. I got 2 more. So next time you looking for 2 more, I got 2 more for you. You know what I'm saying? And then I got another one in the stash. So it's like, and I try to feed the label like that too, because you know, all about business is business. You know what I'm saying? Like business is business. I gotta make sure everything line up with what we agreed upon. So we get singles. I give you a single here. I give you a single here. You won't get a full project and singles. You'll get either or. You know what I'm saying? Like that wouldn't even make any sense. So it's like uh, I kind of do it like that, but that's just the business of times. I was raised by OGs who told me to, what I'm saying, keep a trump card in your pocket. So I always keep a trump card in my pocket. Always keep my I give my best foot, but I also got another best foot. Like we got 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. All right. All right. So I definitely want to thank you for taking the time out to chop it up with me. I know you got a lot going on. Once again, my condolences concerning your uncle. I know you got your music that you're working on. So I know it's a lot to juggle. So I definitely appreciate you for carving out this time to
yeah,
chat with me. Where
No doubt.
can where can everyone listen to your music? What's your social
Like I
media?
said, so my social media handles, you got Justyn Timez Music. That's where majority of the music will feed through. Um, if you looking for me personally, you got it's underscore just times. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I be at. I'm on Facebook, Justyn Timez. Uh, it gets wiggy, you feel me? Because I do music, but I'm also a video game developer. You know, so I showcase that side a lot more on Facebook. But you know, come vibe. I stream. You know, I stream. When I stream, I showcase some new music. I play video games. I show the video games that I'm working on. Um, I do stuff like that. I do a lot of different media. Um, we gonna be in touch with you definitely because I got a video idea. We'll chop up the logistics where I need you to do the same stuff that you're doing right here, but in the course of a video, music video type joint. So I really want to chop it up with you and build. But I appreciate you having me on the platform, definitely, and definitely appreciate the stuff that you're doing for the indie artists and everybody out here. You know what I'm saying? Letting niggas come on and really talk their shit and tell their story. You feel me? That's big. A lot we don't got we get overlooked, you know, the rap radars and the different stuff like that overlook us sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it's appreciative. You know, you have a media service that come out and really touch base with the home front and let us talk our shit. So I thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me enough to, share your story with everyone. Absolutely. I
Definitely.
appreciate it. So at this time, this concludes our episode of On the Brooklyn Tip. As for me, you can follow me on Facebook, on the Brooklyn Tip, Instagram, on _the Brooklyn _tip, YouTube, Show Nicole. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.
Yeah, 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 yeah.